Welcome back to CAN, Caribbean Affiliate News. This segment is sponsored by Claire. The University of the Virgin Islands will strengthen its partnership with the government and people of St. Kitts and Nevis this week, when UVI President Dr. David Hall visited Twin Island Federation yesterday. While in St. Kitts, Hall and St. Kitts and Nevis Prime Minister Dr. Denzil Douglas will sign a memorandum of understanding, thereby expanding UVI's educational outreach. The MOU signing is being planned for today, July 24th, at the Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College in St. Kitts. Prior to today's event, Hall met on yesterday with members of the institution's Alumni Association. During the gathering, Hall will provide an update on the institution and facilitate questions and suggestions from the Alumni Association. The University of the Virgin Islands, a historically American, uniquely Caribbean, and globally interactive educational institution, offers a wide range of degree courses from its campuses on St. Thomas and St. Croix. The Linden Fund USA, in collaboration with the Overseas Medical Assistance Team and the Women of Mission International, is set to conduct its annual medical mission to Linden, Guyana from July 28th to August 3rd of this year. According to Secretary of the LFU, Linda Felix Johnson, the medical services are administered free of cost by OMAT. Hundreds of people in Linden and Region 10 benefit each year. As in previous years, in addition to these services, a series of educational forums for medical professionals and community members will also be held, along with a National Women's Conference in collaboration with the Women of Mission International, a women's empowerment organization. Felix Johnson said comprising the visiting team will be medical doctors and surgeons from the USA, who will be supported by overseas nurses, social workers, and support staff. The team, as always, will work collaboratively with medical personnel attached to the Linden Hospital complex, Felix added. OMAT is headed by their very own Lindener, Dr. Stephen Carroll, chairman of surgery at the Wyckoff Heights Hospital Center in Brooklyn, who is also the president of OMAT. The visiting team includes medical doctors and surgeons from the USA, who also will be supported by other personnel. The schedule of activities for the visit includes daily medical treatment and surgeries at the Mackenzie Hospital Complex, a health fair, and lecture at the LEN building on July 31st to educate the public on conditions such as diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, HIV/AIDS, prostate, breast, and cervical cancers. There will also be an all-day women's conference themed Take Action, Make It Happen on July 30th at the Edgebird Benjamin Center on Republic Avenue in Linden, and lectures for nurses at the Linden Hospital complex. In Antigua, in what they are calling a health and safety problem, workers at the Meteorological Services told management to fix a long-standing equipment issue by Friday, after which they will not be working with the outdated computers. In a letter dated July 15th and addressed to Met Office Director Keith Lee Mead, 5 meteorologists and forecasters noted that the antiquated cathode ray monitors in the office have caused eye strain and headaches to workers who use them. Employees also complained about the speed of the computers, which affected their operations. And I quote, "It is a known fact that the 2 processors currently used by the forecasters regularly freeze, and valuable time in meeting customers' needs is lost as a result," the letter read. Reporters spoke with one of the meteorologists, who said the problem has existed for some time now, and he even addressed it to Me's predecessor 4 years ago. The worker, who wished to remain anonymous, said one of the technical officers informed him that the sensors, after years of being exposed to sea breeze and other elements, are worn. Attached to the letter to the director was a quote from Antigua Computer Technology that outlined the cost of the 3 new computers and 7 new monitors. The total cost came to $12,890. And I quote, "We consider this to be a small price to pay for the protection of the health and safety of the hardworking and dedicated men and women of the Meteorological Service," the letter read. The Met Office officer who spoke to reporters said government had to invest in order for workers to produce. Cecily Charles, president of the Antigua and Barbuda Meteorological Officers Association, which represents the workers, was also copied on the letter. When contacted by the reporters, Meade said he did not wish to comment on the issue. In Jamaica, Health Minister Dr. Fenton Ferguson says he's willing to look at the possibility of allowing businesses, especially in the tourism industry, to have a special area outdoors to facilitate smokers. But Dr. Ferguson is making it clear that under the new measures that went into effect on July 15th, banning smoking in public places, the government is clear about not allowing smoking in rooms. And I quote, "The evidence is clear that smoking kills. The evidence is clear that passive smoking kills. So to put 10 to 15 persons in a room, what you're essentially setting up is a death chamber because you now have concentration of smoking." Dr. Ferguson said he recently visited a popular hotel in the capital where he was an area of some 5 meters from the entrance where they have created a little garden and an area where if persons want to smoke from time to time, you can go out there and have your little smoke. And I quote, "I am not encouraging it, but I am not opposed to that," Dr. Ferguson said, noting that the new anti-smoking regulations were not a wholesale ban on smoking. What we want to define is that once smoking is going to impinge on someone else's right, then the ban chips in. So in essence, if you want the right to smoke, do it where you do not affect the public in general, he added. Under the new regulation, anyone found guilty of violating the law are liable for a fine of 50,000 Jamaican dollars and or 3 months imprisonment for the first offense. In the case of a second conviction, persons face up to 500,000 Jamaican dollars in fines and or jail time of 6 months or up to 12 months imprisonment for subsequent offenses. You are watching Caribbean Affiliate News. Stay tuned.
Government say it's all about the food. August the 10th. Foreigners welcome to the land of oil dung. Beers and strong rum, girls hot and can done. It's all about the food. Oil Dung Fest, August 10, Lapama, and in the place.
Since we announced Sign and Drive with zero out of pocket and low monthly payments, cars been flying out of Bronx Honda at a record pace. Whoa! New Accord with zero out of pocket for $249 a month, or new Civics just $199 per month, or save thousands with 0% financing. You never had to leave the Bronx to get the best price on the Honda. Bronx Honda guarantees the lowest price in the Bronx. Bronx Honda, East Tremont Avenue. Visit BronxHonda.com.